Do you think you're winning? I'm proud of you. Love you.
Love you. This is so weird, talking to a camera in my room, but you guys are gonna watch it. Okay. Hi.
Hi.
Okay, I can do this. Anyways, okay. I asked last week on my Instagram for y'all to send in some questions for me to answer, and here we are. I'm answering them. This is my first ever YouTube video, and I'm really nervous, really excited, mainly really nervous. So I'm gonna be answering a handful of kind of random misfit questions, but then I'm also gonna be expanding into tips on if you're new to blogging, if you wanna be a blogger, or you wanna be an internet person, whatever that may be. I really want to encourage you and shed some of my own wisdom onto that. It's so weird because I'm just sitting here talking to this camera and the internet is crazy, guys. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to start answering questions. I have not even really looked at these or prepared for them, so honestly, the first thing that comes out of my mouth is, I don't even know what my answers are right now. The question I got was, what is your most favorite thing in the world? I don't know what my most favorite thing is, but I could tell you a handful of favorite things. My English bulldog, Agnes. My fiance, Knox. And gluten-free brownies. One of the questions I was asked was really cute. It says, if you could only have 5 more hobbies for the rest of your life, what would they be? Honestly, I don't even know if I have 5 hobbies. Writing, reading, painting, yeah, that's it. Scrolling on my phone and Pinterest. I don't know. What is the best part about living in Nashville? The food. There are so many good restaurants, and there's always a new restaurant coming, I feel like every week, and you could just eat your way through Nashville. That's by far my favorite. This question's so cute. It says, what's your first reason to smile? Hello. She's like, me. I'm your first reason to smile. Honestly, Agnes is usually the first reason I smile because she's so funny and she does the funniest things, especially in the morning when she's super sleepy and just stumbling. But yeah, I would definitely say probably Agnes is my first reason to smile. Look at her. What are you doing? One of the questions I got is, what is your biggest tip on finding joy in everyday life? And this question really spoke to me because it's one of my missions in life, is to find joy in everything and find beauty in everything. I don't know if I have a tip on how to do that. It's more of learning on how to look at life through the eyes of a child and just maintaining that natural awe and wonder that children have. And children are so good at infusing fun and excitement into anything. And I just think that's something that as we grow up we lose, and it's really important to relearn how to have that just natural inner excitement and joy for life. Someone asked, what do you do when creativity is not coming easily and you're feeling unmotivated? This is something that happens to me all the time. I feel like I wake up every day and I'm slightly unmotivated. Okay, not every day, but some days I wake up and I really don't want to do much of anything. And my biggest tip for that is honestly just forcing yourself to do it. Even if it's something really small for a warm up. So if I, really want to get in the mood of creating, I will just start writing. Even if writing's not what I'm going to be doing for that day. If I'm shooting content, but I feel super unmotivated, I'll just sit down and write and get those creative juices flowing and that kind of thing. Just kind of sitting down and taming your mind in a sense of being like, hey, I know you're a motivated brain, but we need to do this, so let's ease into it today, if that makes sense. And what do you do when creativity is not coming easy? Kind of the same answer in a sense. So I would tie both those questions as kind of just sitting down and creating something, even if it stinks. Even if you don't use it, even if you don't show anyone, sometimes you have to remember to just create for yourself and why you started creating in the first place. It's a release. It's, you know, a way for you to get your emotions out. I just would say to create anyways, despite whatever's going on, just create anyways. How did you get started in being a content creator, and how did one thing lead to another? So this is a really fun question to answer because I have been taking photos and like posting them on the internet since I was like 12. I would go out with my middle and high school best friend, and we would just take photos, and we would take really artsy, creative photos and then edit them in like PicMonkey or something crazy. Photography and writing has just always been in my life. They've always been creative outlets for me. And slowly but surely, it just kind of developed into what it is. I guess the short answer would be I've always had a love for creating, and it has just manifested into something that is far beyond anything I could have accomplished on my own. Hello, Agnes. Give me paw. Give me paw. Good job. A really big question I got was, what are some tips and advice for new bloggers and, you know, wanting to start an Instagram or have a career on the internet, which is a crazy possibility that we have now. And I do have some advice. The first one, it might seem totally cliche, but I mean it with my entire heart. And the first one is to be unapologetically you. That is truly so important. You will never be happy with anything you produce if you're trying to produce someone else. There's nothing more fulfilling than being yourself and bringing your own visions to life. So number one is just stay you and save yourself so much hurt and just so much heartache. Number two piece of advice would be learn to fall in love with the process. Nobody grows a following or grows a community overnight. That just doesn't happen. I mean, I'm sure somewhere it has happened, but it can take a while. And I wasn't able to claim being an internet person as my career until 2 years into it. Your journey is unique to you with it. So your process may look completely different than someone else's process. Fall in love with your own adventure of it. It'll make it so much easier on you and it'll be so much more enjoyable. My third piece of advice kind of goes into what I've been saying is don't compare yourself to other creators. It just hurts and it just causes a lot of confusion and confliction and pain mentally. And you're also throwing yourself away when you do that. When you're comparing yourself to other people, you're basically telling yourself that you're not deserving or you're worthless or you're just like not realizing how valuable you are to the world and what you have to offer. So just know that your vision and your dreams and your passion is special and unique to you, and it's worth sharing. It doesn't have to look like anybody else. It just needs to look like you. So that really does tie into the first part, but still needed to say it. Another piece of advice is, I tell this to a lot of people, think about what you have always loved to do. I have been writing since I was 2, and I've been taking photos since I was 10. It's just like things that I've always loved to do, and it usually stem in whatever you love to do as a kid can usually be a really good indicator of your passion and what you love to do. Because as kids, we're just like doing what we feel called to or led to. It's not really a piece of advice. I'm not sure what it is. Remember what you used to be passionate about as a child, and I think that will illuminate a lot. So my last piece of advice is to be patient. And this really, I feel like I'm almost being redundant, but just be patient and know that nothing good grows overnight, and look at it as if it's a garden. You're growing a garden. Okay, let's do it.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. It truly means the world to me. This was super challenging for me to film because I'm naturally a pretty shy human, but Shaka, bro. Oh, I ruined everything. But I have such bad nervous twitches. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. It truly means the world to me because I'm naturally a pretty shy human, so this was a tad challenging for me. But I did it, and just thank you guys so much, and I'm excited about this new adventure and to hopefully film more videos. So, yeah. Have a great day.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Sincerely.